Okay, so I'm recording this video right now. I'm doing it this way just to try to see if I can go ahead and force the hypnosis to allow me to write faster. What the critical faculty is. An oversimplified, there we go, understanding of what the critical faculty is. There we go. Of what... My hand's getting tensed up because of the hypnosis. The critical faculty is... My hand is getting tensed up. Oh, wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's bad. Okay. I can write much faster than this. I can write much faster than this. Is. And I can go ahead and use this as an example, too. Is the conscious awareness and short-term memory. The conscious awareness... Hold on. Is the... Okay. Is the conscious... There we go. Conscious awareness. The hypnosis is inhibiting me a lot right now. Ah, that's really bad. That's really bad. That is really bad. Holy cow. Holy cow. I might even start recording on my other phone, just recording myself writing right now, because like this is kind of, you know, because I mean, if you look at my facial expressions too, it's really bad. Oh my God, this is horrible. Short. My hand won't let me write. My hand won't let me write. My hand won't let me write. Short. Term. Sorry, the hypnosis won't let me write in short-term memory. Sorry about that. The hypnosis won't let me write. I think I'm going to record this on another phone too. Memory. Wow. You see that? You see that? That's not normal. That even depicts the amount of strain that was in my voice, just based off of the exaggerated loop that interferes with the neatness of the Y. Right here. So, I mean, you can kind of see, like, I've also been able to analyze and interpret handwriting. Sorry about that. After being hypnotized and taught to change my handwriting in order to distract me and make me trust them so that I would think that they were trying to help me, when they were actually just inhibiting my ability to write and inhibiting my ability to speak. And then they hypnotized me to draw so that I wouldn't try to write things down that I wasn't able to say or worry about it. And then hypnosis is really like, it also filters my ability to comprehend the situation that's going on. I think I'm going to go ahead and record this. That's really bad. Although to clarify, okay, there we go. That's what I was going to say. I'm going to record this on another phone as well. So give me just a second. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. There we go. Let's see. And then, hold on. My phone camera just did something weird. Back. There we go. Record. There we go. There we go. See, I'm recording. All right, great. So I'm going to go ahead and finish writing here. So I'll move up even closer too so you can see me better. Because the hypnosis has just been used to abuse me a lot. And of course, I didn't even have the word more in there. There we go. Alright. There we go. Although, sorry, the hypnosis is really inhibiting me right now. Wow, I'm trying to write right now, and I mean, you can even see it in my face. It's strained abnormally. And then you can even see my writing, like I'm trying to write, although the conscious mind and critical faculty are not the same thing. Because I'm trying to think of how to reword it the way I want to. Although, hold on just a second. Although the conscious mind, wow, conscious mind. This is what I mean because I can write just fine there. See? See that? See that? That's much different than that. Although the conscious mind and critical faculty are not exactly the same thing, same thing with short-term memory, by the way. And the reason for that is because short-term memory is, memory. Critical faculty is information processing. Difference between STM I don't know why I wrote and STM and critical faculty. Wow, the hypnosis is really... Because my critical faculty was distracted while I was writing that. And that's also how I determined a good way to describe what conscious awareness means or critical faculty. But I mean, it's not necessarily the same thing like I'm describing, right? Between short-term memory and critical faculty because... Ow, sorry, my hand. Because information processing versus memory. Although the conscious mind and critical faculty are not exactly the same thing, because the conscious mind is responsible for a lot more than information processing. And also because I've noticed how, like, my thoughts are, consciously, right? Like, not exactly as controlled as my unconscious is. Because the conscious mind is responsible for much more than just information processing. And then I'd have to describe both of these, right? Although they were not the same, although they're not the same thing. Same things. See, my hand wouldn't... I could have wrote that on the other side. It would have been a little bit more difficult, yes, but... sorry about that. Although they're not the same things. And the hypnosis is inhibiting, repressing my memory right now. Okay. So I was going to describe... there we go. Are not the same things. Although they're not the same things... Short-term memory. Sorry, I'm very particular about my handwriting. Because, they taught me handwriting. They taught me to improve my handwriting. And then I made artwork out of my handwriting. So then, you know, of course I'd become very, you know, picky about it, particular. Short term, they're not the same things, although, okay, so short term memory, there we go. Short term memory. Let's see how fast I can write this, right? Because my critical faculty was distracted. Short term memory is a form of memory the critical faculty is information processing. So, you know, those are two separate things. And this is where the hypnosis is inhibiting me so much. This is abusive, is information process. See, that's abuse right there. That is abuse. That's abuse. There we go, and then I'm going to fix that one. Is information processing. Hands cramping. There we go, information. I'm not going to let them get away with it because they're just trying to abuse me, and I'm not okay with that. Processing. Wow, my hand won't even write. Information processing and the conscious mind. Wow, that messed up my handwriting. Is responsible for much more. Let me see, I'm trying to write faster. For much more. For much more. Then this is the hypnosis inhibiting me a lot. You can see it in my handwriting. And I mean, you can see it in the way that my hand is shaking uncontrollably. And also in the video, like I'm having a hard time breathing because I'm straining trying to write. More than... I'm trying to focus and pay attention to, and the hypnosis is really just inhibiting me so much. This is abusive. Wow. I shouldn't be straining like this. That's not normal. That is not normal. I'm right in the face right now. I don't know if you can see it in the video that well, but I'm right in the face. For much more than... That is abusive. That is abusive, and that is abusive. Abuse is something I don't tolerate. Responsible. There we go. See how much better that looks? I mean, even with the R and the E a little bit, not that great. For much more than just information processing. Than processing information. I'm trying to write as fast as I can for processing information. Hypnosis is abusing me. See, as soon as I said the hypnosis, then that letter A got messed up. And then I grunted afterwards while erasing, which doesn't make sense because there's no physical exertion required from, you know, erasing or writing. It's not a logical thing, right? Or else, you know, writers would be buff from it, right? That's not even funny. For much more than information processing. Then for much more than processing information. There we go. So I hope this video helped to clarify some things because the hypnosis is really being used to abuse me to a remarkable extent. I cannot tolerate it. It is straight up abuse. I'm going to go ahead and start some new videos here in just a second after there we go. So there was letter R in the word murder. There we go. That. My hand was cramping in. It's on my Facebook now. So take that. Sorry, I'm not even getting satisfaction from that, honestly. Like, this is just abuse. So I'm going to start the next videos. Wait. I don't even have to. I don't think. I didn't even write that much, right? At all in this video. I might even just upload this one specifically, but I think it was part 2 of the critical faculty that I wanted to write down. Let me see. Critical factor is not a tangible part of the brain, but it is, or a material. There's another word for that. I can't remember. I think there is another word for that. Okay, anyways, I will go ahead and write that down at least. The conscious mind. And let's see here. So that hypnosis has been used to abuse me quite profoundly. And you can also notice, like, I have some samples of my handwriting, like, where it's really neat and everything along those lines in a hypnosis book. Well, it's not a hypnosis book, it's just my hypnosis notes. And, you know, my handwriting's really neat in there in comparison to what you're seeing right now, or a lot of the other samples of my handwriting. Just kind of evidence that, you know, like, there was a specific reason for why. And unconscious mind. Sorry about that. Hypnosis is being used to abuse me, so I don't feel the strain anymore, which is great. Especially because the hypnosis included instructions to make it unnoticeable that I was hypnotized. So that would limit the extent the hypnosis was able to inhibit me if I was recording it or if I had witnesses. So let's see. Oh yeah, and then I also have to speak about children, right? And that'll be actually easier to do probably right here in this part. And then I can get into the different types of it. So children have a highly underdeveloped, or an extremely underdeveloped, sorry about that, a profoundly underdeveloped critical faculty. Children. Oh wait, I also have to include this part, right? Because this will help to elaborate a lot of things too. I mean, it'll paint a very clear picture. The reorientation response. No, wait, not that. Limitations of critical faculty, right? Okay. So then, the critical faculty is capable of processing a lot of information very quickly, although is limited. Is capable of processing. What did I say? The hypnosis is repressing my memory right now. And I don't like that. I mean, the hypnosis is really impressing my memory right now, and it's extremely abusive. It is extremely abusive. So the critical faculty is capable of processing information very quickly. It's capable of processing a lot of information very quickly. There we go. And I think that was an example here, because the hypnosis tries to limit the articulative ability that I have to the absolute minimum. And there's a lot of different ways to say that, right? But I mean, a lot is, you know, just very simple. It doesn't require much more, you know, very quickly. There's some times where I really specifically need to elaborate some things, and sometimes that I don't. The critical faculty is capable of processing a lot of information very quickly, and although is limited, Great, that H is crooked. Although, great. That makes sense. Because while I'm doing this, I'm also hypnotized to imagine Donald Trump. Well, I'm also hypnotized to imagine me explaining to children about how or at least children watching my videos, of how I was writing the word, letter R in bold because of the hypnosis, and the word murder. And it's not necessarily an easy thing to describe to children. I mean, I can, but let's see. Although, moving on. The critical faculty is capable of processing a lot of information very quickly. Although, this is abusive. This is really abusive. This is evidence. Although, I'm not going to waste my time talking about that right now. That's not even the subject. I address that later. Although is limited in its capabilities. Although is limited in its information processing capabilities. Wow. See, and that's what I meant in the videos when I was talking about how I would write one, how I would read faster than I was able to write. Limited capabilities. My handwriting's getting messier and dirtier. The faster I'm trying to write anyways and force it to happen because of the hypnosis. It's really abusive. And then it even slowed down and it got messier and more strained. Which is an evidence of, being strained. Even like with the frames and everything along those lines. That's probably a good way to even, show that in a court video, right? Slow it down frame by frame. Like, convictions. That's a really good idea. Camera's blurry. There we go. Is limited. Oh, wow. Although is limited, and it's and although is limited in its information processing capabilities and its I really hate being abused with hypnosis. And this should be very apparent as well. Especially if I can do this in a frame by frame. I could even play it in slow motion. And it's that's what I mean by frame, but I mean, still it's just in its information processing capabilities. Another way to describe it is it's almost like the short-term memory of information processing of the conscious mind. So, these could all be conscious processes for the most part. Basically. But yeah, anyways. Critical there we go. 7 plus minus 2. Okay. The critical faculty. This is where the hypnosis is really inhibiting me. Oh my. Wow, that's ridiculous. I even made like a weird facial expression when I was saying that on the camera too. The critical, because my handwriting got messed up. The critical, especially if I play these back to back, split screens. The critical faculty is limited to processing. Wow, the hypnosis is making my handwriting messier. limited to processing 7 plus or minus 2 bits of information at a time. Very similar to short-term memory and even like phone numbers, for example. At a time. Very similar to short-term memory. It's not what I was trying to do. STM. I need to hurry. 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 Very short term, similar to. Whoa. Very to STM. What? Okay, well, I mean, that makes sense because of the hypnosis, right? That's what I also meant. Like, these are some of the patterns that would happen. Very similar to short-term memory. STM. With remembering phone numbers. In regards to remembering phone numbers. There we go.